I'm going to go over with you guys how I was able to build a business that allowed me to finally leave my 9 to 5 job and just be able to have more financial freedom and time flexibility, location freedom as well, and just be able to live life more on my terms. Because I was coming in as a kid that was 19, 20 years old at the time, and I literally had no idea what I was doing. And I was stuck at my mom's house trying to figure out, like, how the hell am I going to be able to stand on my own 2 feet? How the hell am I going to be able to buy a house, support a future wife, etc.? I'm only making $2,000 a month. There's got to be a way out of this. Okay. How do I get out of my job? How do I get out of my mom's house? How the hell do I make it? How do I do this? Right. So I'm kind of go over that story and what it looked like and kind of the nuance of what that business was as well. So, I worked as a personal trainer for a few years. I was making $2,000 to $4,000 a month, depending on the time of the year. And I was young at the time. I was 19, 20 years old, and I had a lot of big dreams. I wanted to kind of be able to take this business and somehow make 6 figures and think that would be enough for me to make it and, buy my own place and everything like that. But that business is hard, or that job was hard, being a personal trainer. It's really, really difficult if you don't have a large social media following. And then if you don't even have the physique for it as well, it's also very, very difficult because you need to build your physique to be able to show for that, right? So it was a tough cycle, but I did it really, really well. But I also was feeling like I was getting limited. There was a cap to this. My time was continuously being traded for money. So I knew, bro, I was like, there's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a way where I can make money whether I'm awake or asleep. And there's got to be a way where I can still do this on my own. Like, this is still my own business, right? And this is where I came across selling products on Amazon, okay? Because I was looking online, like, how do I make online money, right? I know people are doing it. How the fuck do I figure this shit out myself, okay? So I Googled it. I saw some people that were making a killing on there. Some people were like, Tanner J. Fox, Derek Struggle. I saw these guys on there. I'm like, okay, these guys are doing something and they have that dream life that I want. I got to figure out how to get there. Like, they're doing it. I need to bridge that gap. Okay. So as soon as I discovered it, literally within a month, I was buying my first course and starting how to do this, right? I watched YouTube videos. I was reviewing the course. I was asking questions, and I was fucking determined to figure out how to sell products online and specifically on Amazon. And it made a lot of sense to me because, like, I shop on Amazon all the time. My family and my friends, they all shop on Amazon. So I was like, why wouldn't I want something on the other side of that? Okay. So I bought a course, I learned, and then I started getting to work. I was literally obsessed at the time. Like, I would only be thinking about that. When I'm training clients, I'm thinking about what products am I going to sell. And when I'm on my lunch break, I'm watching videos on advertising. And then I get back home and I'm talking to suppliers and doing product research. This is like ongoing for months and a couple of years as well. And when I went from learning about the business to launching a product and finally having a product launch, I think I want to say it was like about a 4-month period. So from the point of learning about it to launch. Yeah. So when I took the course and I bought my first batch of inventory, which was really, really scary because, like, I didn't have that much money at the time. I probably had about $10,000 and I used, like, I wanted to be smart with my money. I was like, this could change everything. So I needed to be smart with it. So I put about $3,000 into a batch of inventory. It was about 350 units, give or take. I forgot exactly how many units, but I know the landed cost was like, I want to say like $6 or $7, but the product could be sold for $35, which is great. And this is an ultrasonic animal repeller. And within getting images done, it took about a couple of weeks to manufacture, and then a couple of weeks to ship because I was air freighting it, and then it took a couple of weeks to get images in. Most of which I was just using my supplier's images, to be honest. And so I did that, launched the product. Within 2 weeks, I made $9,000 in sales and went out of stock, and I had like a 40% profit margin. I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Something's right here, and I'm doing it, and I'm on the right track. Now, doing that was great, but then I ended up getting a lot of bad reviews because I didn't vet the product very, very well. I didn't get an inspection done. The product didn't end up working really well. And also I got hijackers in there. So they would basically send out fake products of mine and send it to customers. And then they would get a bad product and then leave a bad review on my product. It ended up dying out basically, right? So it didn't work out. But that little proof of concept was enough for me to think about, okay, I need to take this to the next level. I need to keep going, keep trying, and figure this shit out, okay? So this is where I kept going. I lost some money, but I kept reinvesting and saving my money and putting everything I made in my personal training job back into my business. And a lot of people are like, oh, I should just quit my job and just start the new side hustle. Fuck that. I was not doing that. I'm smarter than that. I'm Asian, right? I was like more logical. I was like, okay, I'll quit my job once I make more money from the side hustle than my actual job. And that, of course, that case was not there just yet. So I have to keep going. And then I went through 2 more products, failed those, and then it was finally my 4th product that really took off right there. That one did about $8,000 in sales, about 30% profit margin. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm back on track. I got some momentum. Let's keep it going. So I reordered more inventory, and then I launched a second. It was like a variation of that product, but it was really another separate listing completely. And that product, those 2 together helped me get to $20,000 and $30,000 a month. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting somewhere here. And then I made a really big reorder for Q4, and that's what took me to my first 100K month in December. So from March is when I first launched my 4th product. And then from March until December, that's what it took, like about 10 months for me to hit my first 100K month, which was insane, right? And so that net profit for the year, I think I made about like $80,000, $90,000, not even including the money that I was making for my personal training job. So I made over 6 figures that year. And so that was how I was able to make my first 6 figures and quit my 9-to-5 job. Okay. Like that was my turning point right there. Cause I was like, I have the momentum. I'm making more money than my job. I have to just full send it. I was able to do that. I was able to finally get out of my mom's house as well. And I bought my first car, which was not my first car, but I bought a Tesla Model 3, which is my first nice car, I want to say. Looking back now, I don't wish I didn't get that microwave, but I wouldn't get another microwave like that again, to be honest. So I know better. I have better taste here, people. Okay. But that's kind of like how I got started and what allowed me to first quit my job and first make my 6 figures is just selling products on Amazon, which I still do. I still launch new products. I actually have a new product that's sitting on top of, or it's sitting under my camera right now, which I'm really excited for. This brand that I'm looking at right now is going to be $1 million a month brand. I believe in it. I guarantee it. Like it's going to be there. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be there. And so, yeah, I've been able to do that just by finding a product in a market, right? It's not really about finding products, it's about finding the right markets that have a good enough number. Like the numbers look good, so that way you can go in as a new seller, put a product in there and take a percentage of that market. And that's what I typically do is I go into markets, take a percentage, and then move on with my day. I don't want to be number one. I don't need to be number one, top dog. I want to just take a percentage of the market. So that's what I do. These are everyday product markets that I can go into. And I want to take a percentage of that and I build my portfolio there. I source my inventory from China, and then I have them ship it over directly to the Amazon warehouses. Nowadays, they give you about 5 warehouses that you take into and they'll check in. So my typical lead time for these products are about 60 days, even including the Amazon processing. So like it'll be 2-week manufacturing plus 30 days shipping, but then I want to give some cushion room for that Amazon processing, because what they do is they take the inventory and they'll disperse it to different warehouses, and that's how people get prime shipping for your products. And I repeat that process over and over and over again. So 1 product, 2 products really just changed my life, and I fully believe that it can for other people if they really put in the work for it. I mean, I have hundreds of results I could put here of people making 10, 20,000, 30,000, 6 figures, 7 figures a year just through the methods that I've been teaching throughout the years. And, you know, even the free content as well. This video that you guys are seeing could help you start and launch a new product in the Amazon space and, you know, build a brand on that as well. It can be that, right? If you take any of this information and you go out there and you apply it, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So that's what I'm hoping for. Like any type of information, all the information you guys see is the same. What matters is if you guys take the information and go apply it, right? Most of you guys don't need more information. Most of you guys just need to act on what you did. And that's what I did, right? I didn't wait a year to go do this shit. As soon as I learned about it, it took me a whole month of doing research and then another couple of weeks of taking a course and learning and doing product research. And I was off to the races. I was fucking doing it. And then it took me 2 more months to go launch that product. So like 3 to 4 months from the time I learned about it to launching that damn product, it only was like a 3-4 month time span, and my life changed completely from there. Okay. So it's not about anything else other than taking the info that you have and then applying it. So I hope this video helps. I hope, it does something for you. If it did, drop a comment, leave some love, subscribe, and I'll put out more valuable content like this. See you guys.